Hello, I'm ActualMC131 and welcome back to Behind the Blocks in Minecraft 1.8. Now, I have a cool little system to show you guys. This you may have seen in games such as Terraria and a few other things. This is a cloud in a bottle. You can see I have in my inventory here. And this is a rather nifty little item that I put together from kind of inspiration from my sister. And I thought, oh, I can probably do that in Minecraft if I try hard enough. But it's not a double jump, it's just a little buff item. And basically what happens when you hold it, you get this cool cloud particle effect, you get a move speed buff, you also become invisible, so you just appear as this cloud, and you have jump boosts. Quite a nice jump boost too. It's jump boost 5, but either way, you can jump up to 5 blocks high. There we go. Just go back into first person. This is what it looks like in first person, it's a bit ridiculous. But because of the move speed, you can actually jump, hang on a minute, whoop. I'm not good at parkour. There we go. If you sprint as well, you can jump across a 7-block gap. That's 7 blocks there. There we go. I'm just become visible again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can jump a 7-block gap with the speed boost and the jump boost. But yeah, anyway, I'll just get in to show you guys how this works. This is very simple. I put it on a fill clock. I don't normally put them on fill clocks, but I thought I might as well for this, seeing as I tested it with a fill clock. When I was initially creating it, I actually created this on my laptop. But anyway, first of all, you're going to need a scoreboard, as a lot of my things do, especially if you're doing anything that involves holding an item. So, very simple, scoreboard, objectives, add, the objective is called cloud, and it's just a dummy objective like that. You can see it on the right hand side. Cool. Now then, what we have over here is a command block that's going to give us the item, so if I just get rid of that. So, the command to do this, I'll have this in the description as with all the commands. We're going to go summon item ~1 tilde item ID Minecraft glass bottle count 1 tag, and now we've got some attribute modifiers. I'm not going to explain these all because I don't know what all they mean. I know that UUIDs are unique modifiers, unique identifiers and stuff. But this will just be copy pasted into the description, and we're going to change the generic movement speed. So this basically means you get a 0.03 movement speed buff. So you run faster. I don't know how all of it really works, but then you have all the UUID numbers. Anyway, so those are the attribute modifiers. And that's the only one we changed. There are 5 attribute modifiers, if you're wondering, by the way, which are movement speed, attack damage, knockback resist, maximum health, and follow range, which I think is to do with animals following you. Anyway, then we have an empty enchantment tag, which gives us the little glowing effect. So if I actually go here and I give myself that, and I also give myself a regular glass bottle, if you're looking at this right, you can see that one of them is shiny and glittery, and the other one is not. The shiny glittery one is the cloud in a bottle, the normal one is the glass bottle. Anyway, so then we have the empty enchantment tag, display, name, cloud in a bottle. That's it. Now we're going to go is that once we've given ourselves that item, there we go, cloud in a bottle. We've got over here a fill clock, so this is just fill ~1 tilde, so from the block above it to the block above it and 3 across, which is these 4 blocks here. And we're just going to go fill redstone block 0 destroy, and then fill from the box below, because this is above, with air. So just like the set block clock, but we're filling an area rather than setting a block. Anyway, then we have these 5 command blocks here. These 2 are affecting the scoreboard. So first of all, we have scoreboard players set all players cloud score to 1. This works in multiplayer, by the way. So it will only affect people who are actually holding the item. And we're going to go only set their score to 1 if their selected item is an ID Minecraft glass bottle tag, and then an empty enchantment tag, which you can specify. And this is nice because it means that you can't actually get this. This is one of the reasons I like the empty enchantment tag. You cannot get this in survival. You have to use commands. You could use a anvil to name a glass bottle cloud in a bottle, but you can't give something an empty enchantment tag in survival. You can only do that with commands. Anyway, and then we're going to go display name cloud in a bottle there. So this is testing for if you're holding this item. It's going to give you a score of 1, and you can see on the right hand side that my score goes up to 1 when I'm holding this, and then back to 0 when I'm not. And that's because we have this command block here, which is going scoreboard, players set, all players cloud to 0. Now, if this doesn't work for you because of the order of operations for a fill clock, because these are all activating once every tick, 20 game ticks in a second. They don't always operate in the same order though, so you may need to move these two command blocks around so that it actually works, so that it goes to 1 when you're holding and then 0 when you're not, because the order of operations can be a bit weird. It takes a little bit of trial and error. Anyway, then we have the two potion effects, the two status effects. So here we have effect all players with a cloud's minimum score of 1. We're going to give them jump boost for 1 second, jump boost 5. So it's the modifier is 4, but it's a plus modifier. So it's 1 plus 4 is 5. And then hide particles is true. Then over here we have exactly the same thing, except we're giving them invisibility. We're only giving them invisibility 1 or whatever. Or invisibility 2 in that case. That can probably deal with just being a 0. And again, hide particles is true. And then finally we have our lovely particle effect. So we're going to go execute at all score underscore cloud underscore minimum equals 1 tilde tilde tilde. Particle explode. There is a particle cloud, but I prefer the particle explode, which I'll show you in a minute. We're going to go tilde tilde 0.5 tilde. So this is actually starting the particle 0.5 blocks above the player, and this is because the explode particle falls. And then we're going to go 0.5 X, Y, and Z diameters. 0.01 speed 5 times, and we're going to force the effect so you can see it from a long way away. Now if I hold this, this is what the explode particle looks like. So if I float in midair, you can see it just looks like I've become a cloud. So you can see where I actually am. I'm pretty much in the center of that cloud. However, if I go particle cloud rather than particle explode, the cloud particle is quite different. It drops down. So if you want, you can use this, because it drops down and then forms like a layer. So if you're not going to be doing the invisibility, if I take the invisibility off, so I can just put an exclamation mark there. That's what I usually do, disable commands. It actually looks like you're standing on a cloud. However, because this doesn't work as a floating thing, you don't float, you just jump. It depends if you want to use that or not. If you want to use that, fine. But personally, I like to have the invisibility and actually turn you into a cloud using the explode particle. So that's a little bit of variability that you can use. But this works in survival perfectly well. So let's go back to first person. There we go. So I can run up here and jump. There we go. And jump. There we go. And yeah, that's a pretty cool little thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. I've been XLMC131, and I'll see you next time. Superman!